Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to design a program to demonstrate the use of control array in Visual Basic. Before starting a class, just take a second to subscribe my channel to receive my latest updates. Now let's start our class. If you want to develop an application using control array, you have to understand what is control array, what is the concept behind this control array. Now let's see the concept. So if you want to understand about this control array, you need to understand what is array. Array is a variable of same type which can hold a collection of elements. An array is a homogeneous elements of same type which can hold a number of values. So if you want to understand the array declaration, you can compare this two statement. This both are declaration statement of a variable as integer only, but there is a slight differentiation. When you see this statement, you can understand that a is a variable of integer data type. It can hold only one value at a time. So it will have only one memory space to hold the value, only one value. When it comes to this statement, it is also a variable of integer data type, but it is an array variable. Array is a collection of elements of same type under a same name. So A is the name. It will allocate 5 to 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here the size is 5. As the index starts from 0 to 5, it can hold 6 values. So here you can understand that the array is an integer variable, it can hold only one value. When it comes to array variable, it can hold a number of values under a single name of similar type. Likewise, when it comes to control array, in the VB screen in the left corner, you can see there is a text box. Under the text box, there is a many icons will be available. Those icons are nothing but they are the controls. So when you use array in those controls, it is called as control array. Let me take an example. For example, we'll have only one command button. So I name it as CMD1. With the help of one command button, I can perform a single task using a single event. When I want to perform different tasks using only one button, that is a one named button. So I'll copy this commands and I'll place it in two different places. And the caption I will give as add, subtraction and multiply. The caption can be anything, but the name of the command should be similar. That is, you should not change the name of your command buttons. So when you are doing so, it will ask a pop-up message that there is a one more button of same type. Do you want to create a control array? If it asks like that, if you give no, you have to change the name of your one more command you placed on your screen. If you give yes, it will maintain any number of commands in a single name. That is called as a control array. With a single name, you can perform different tasks for different controls you placed on your form with the help of these indexes. If you want to see this index value by default, for first command it will be 0 and for second command you placed it will be 1 and so on. So in properties there will be index option. You can check that and according to that you can perform your task. For command button 1 index named 0, I will perform addition. For that I will write code for addition using my control condition statement. So you can provide a particular controls or a statement. With the help of that condition statement, when your index value is 0, it performs addition. So here you can understand that with a single name, we'll be performing multiple operations. So control array is nothing but it is a group of controls that shares the same name, type and the same event procedure. Because a single event we are performing different tasks. So that is the concept behind this. Now we'll see the example of it. Practically we'll execute it. So this is your screen. Just open it. I'll just drag it. I'm going to change the font size of my screen. So to demonstrate this control array usage, I'm going to perform arithmetic operation. That is 4 operation: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So for that, I need 4 labels, 3 text box and 1 command button. Because with that 1 command button, we'll be creating a control array and we'll be placing more commands to perform the task. Now let's place those controls. I'll place the controls in my required place and come back to you. As I said, I had placed all the controls in my form. These are the 4 labels. I had changed the properties of those controls. Only the captions have changed. I did not change the name. So for each and every label, I had changed only the caption. In the text box, I had erased that content text and I had given the name for my first text box as first and the second as second. You can see in the property, and the third as result. You have to familiar with this text box names so that you will be using in your code those text box names. Now we'll place the command button. Using this command button only, we'll use the control array to make it the code easier and simple. Now go to this copy option and copy your command, and the next to that copy there will be paste it. It will ask a pop-up message. You already have a control named command1. Do you want to create a control array? If you give no, it will ask you to change the name of your command. If you give yes, it will create a control array. As we are using a control array, we have to give yes. Just give it yes. So there is a command, drop it here. And I'll place it once again and drag and drop here. And one more. For 4 option, we have placed 4 command buttons and we need one more to clear the third text box. Now we'll change the caption of these command buttons. You should not change the name of these command buttons. You have to change only the caption, because if we change the name of this command button, it will be like common command buttons only. It will not come under this control array. So you have to change only the caption. Caption means if you whatever you type here, it will appear on your buttons. That is your appearance. So I'll give as addition. So here you can see it on this button. And for command 2, subtraction. And for third box, I will give us multiply. And for fourth, I will give division. For the fifth box, I will give is clear, so that I can clear my result box screen. So as I said, if you want to do codings, you have to aware of your index number. So to know the index number, just click on this button, go to the property window and see there is a index option. In that you can see for first box it is 0. If you want to see the second, go to index and see it is 1. And the third it will be 2. And the fourth it will be 3. And the fifth it will be 4. You have to aware of those index number Depending on this index number only, you will be writing code to perform different and task. So double click on this commands. So here you can see that there is a command 1. The name of your addition is command 1. Click event. So if you click this command selection code, you can see here the number of your text box, label form and forms. But there is only one command, but we have 5 codes, right? So here you can understand that for control array there will be only one number but different task with a single event. With the help of single name and single event, we are performing the different tasks with the help of this index. As I said, I am performing arithmetic operations. To hold my two values to perform arithmetic operation, I am using a and b. Let's declare that variable a comma b as integer. Now enter. Now we'll assign values to a and b. For first variable, I am assigning my first text box value. So first dot text. This indicates that whatever I enter in my first text box, it will get stored in a variable. Likewise, we'll assign for b equals to my second text box name is second dot text. Whatever I enter in my second text box, it gets stored in the variable b. Now we'll specify condition to perform the task. For this, I'm using the control statement called select case. So type select case. With the help of index, we are using it. So type index, enter. My case 0. We have seen for various index options for those controls, right? You can use it, those index numbers here. For addition, I'm using 0 because 0 index number shows addition operation. So I'll print my result in my third text box, that is result. So we'll give a string addition is. Give a colon, space, close it and give concatenation operator, that is an ampersand symbol, and perform a plus b. Enter. And my case 1. For 1, we are doing subtraction. So result equals to subtraction is, give a colon, close it, ampersand symbol, a minus b. Likewise, write a code for remaining cases. Result equals to multiplication is ampersand a asterisk symbol b. Enter. And my case 3, enter. Result equals to division is space and give ampersand symbol and a divided by b. Enter. Now we had given code for 4 operation, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Now we should have a default case. Case is, enter. My result dot text equals to, I'll give a empty quotation. You should not give any spacing in between your quotation. If you give space, it will print as it is. If you give like this, it will just erase your content in your text box, that is third text box. Now we have, in my previous video I have said that whichever control statement you open, you need to close that or else it will throw an error. It will lead to infinite loop. For that case, I'll just close my select, that is end select. So this is our coding. Now let's see the statement or explanation of these statements. Select. With the help of select case statement, we are performing the arithmetic operations. and using this index value we are performing. For that, for case 0, my addition button name is index is 0. So after giving case 0, I'll print the addition is a plus b. Whatever values get stored in the a and b, it is added. And in case 1, that is my index value of next button is 1. Here I'm performing subtraction operation. Likewise for case 2 I'm performing multiplication. For case 3 I'm performing division. And if I did not press any of this option, if I press clear, that is my last button, it will get clear, means that the result box gets cleared. Now we'll just execute and see whether our coding is working or not. I'll go to start button and execute it. So this is your output screen. First number I will give us 56 and the second number I will give us 4. Now if I press addition, my value should be added. Here it is added, 56 plus 4, 60. If I clear, only this text box gets cleared. We'll see. It is clearing. Now if I press subtraction, there is subtracted value, clear, multiply, multiplied value, clear, division, my divided value is this one. We'll check it for another value. Go to start and give some simple values. Addition 13, subtraction 7, multiplication 30, and the division is 3.333. Clear. And this is our output. I hope this video is understood. You can easily understand this control array statement and how it is used in the VB. And these, I said, these are the controls. Using these only, we'll be performing this control operator with the same name. We are performing different tasks with a single event procedure. So this is the concept behind this. As we are learned with the help of this practical example, you can understand better more. I hope this video will be helpful for you. And if you like my video, just click a like icon and share to your friends so that it will be helpful for them also. And thanks for watching. Keep supporting for more contents and stay safe. Don't go anywhere. Keep learning. Let's keep learning together. Thanks for watching once again. Bye bye. Take care.